And here we go. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Samrak.
I'm Geneva.
I'm Zara.
So before we get started in this video, we would like to show appreciation to those of you that are on our live chat right now during this premiere. So
Yes, and we'd like to give a lovely shout out to our lovely subscribers.
Bob Roma, Sebastian, Manuel Bonilla,
Kelsey, Lily Valentine, and Olivia Hazelwood. We love y'all.
Olivia's family, right?
Oh, yeah, she's familiar.
She's familiar. On that note, we are getting into our final installment of the Trevor Noah special African American. It's been a fun ride, huh?
It has been.
It has been a fun ride. And we've gotten so many comments about the next special. I'm really pumped up about it. And whatever this taco thing is,
Yeah.
I'm anticipating.
I've seen a tacos bit, so I know exactly what the comments are referring to.
It's good?
Yeah, love it, yeah.
I'm excited for it.
So,
Ready.
do you have anything to add?
I'm ready.
Ready? So again, this is part 6 of our Trevor Noah African American stand-up special. It is the final installment, so I hope everybody enjoy. And if you do like our reaction, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell.
Oh, I was waving goodbye.
It's like that.
I know. It's
You want to do it again?
I'm a pilot.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I don't care. You can use it. It's kind of funny.
All right, and here we
Go.
go.
It's crazy. I'm loving it. Living the American life, trying to do it. It's crazy. You know, so I had to learn how to drive out here, which was fun. To get a car, obviously, which I just almost couldn't get. You have to fill out forms, and then they want your credits. And in America, credits is very important. I don't understand the concept. I'm in the car dealership, and there's this Asian gentleman helping me. We're going through the forms, and he says, "So how long have you lived in America for?" I said, "I haven't lived here for long." He said, "Oh, this not good for you. This not good for you." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "No, you cannot lease car in America unless you've been here a long time, because then you don't have credit, okay? You don't." I said, "Well, I've got the money to pay for it." He said, "Yeah, that's not the point, okay? That's not the point. In America, okay, in this country, we want credit, okay? Our country focus on credit. If you got good credit, you can buy anything. We don't care about money. We want credit." I said, "Well, credit is the assumption that you can pay back the money." He's like, no, that don't count here, okay? In our country, you have good credit, you can buy anything, okay? You got good credit. He's like, our country. And I was like, look, I hate to be rude, but when you say our country, do you mean our because you live here now, or our because the Chinese own it? Like he was like, it's a bit of both, okay? Yeah. But no credit for you, no car. Okay, goodbye. I had to just buy myself a car. You know, it's a horrible thing, drive around. And that's the worst thing, driving in America. Wow. On the other side of the road, you feel like a rebel, you know? Until you see the other cars coming, and then it's not so much fun. You know how many times I did that, just going to the wrong side? Ah! And don't trust movies. It's not easy to do that whole thing. No, people don't just drive and they stop. They just look at you and go, "What are you doing?" In the movies, you drive past. "What are you doing?" Aren't you supposed to know? They don't drive. They just wait for you to turn around, and the street is so small. You're doing one of those turns, just watching them in your shame, just like it's horrible. I had to practice for months. It was the worst. I remember I drove into a street once. I thought I had learned. It had been months. I'd been doing it well. And then I turned into the wrong way. And I saw this little old Asian lady driving towards me. And I was like, "No!" And there was nobody else. So I swerved the car around. I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah! Hero!" And I drove, and there were 50 cars coming this way. And I was like,
I'm sorry, road, buddy.
You bitch! And I told my friend the story. I told him this. I was like, "Oh, this is what happened." And he was like, "Oh, that's so funny, man. That's so funny." And he's like, "Who was driving the car?" I said, "A little old Asian lady." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, you can't say that, man. You can't. You can't say that." I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, you can't say she's Asian." I said, "Why not?" He's like, "Yeah, because that's racist." I said, "What, that she's Asian?" He's like, nah, if she's a bad driver and you say she's Asian, that's racist. I said, "So let me get this straight. Asians are not allowed to be called bad drivers? Is this not racism in itself? Everyone else is allowed the world of bad drivers. But if I'm driving on the freeway behind an Asian person and they're swerving around, and I go, 'This bad driver, you drive like crap,' And I pull up next to them, I'm like, oh, no, sorry. You're not a bad driver. You're just Asian. I'm sorry. Racism in itself. It's madness. So now what I had to do was get around using a GPS, you know? Decided to get one of those. First, I tried to be a cheapskate.
I still use
get
it.
a phone with a GPS. That was a horrible mistake. Bought myself one of those iPhones with Siri. Oh, your assistant, she talks to you. She listens to you. If you're American, she doesn't understand one word I say.
No way.
I don't understand why. I speak English, and they're talking to her. Doom doom. She's like, what do you need? I'm like, Siri, please call Peter. You want pizza? No, cancel. Siri, I need pizza. You want pizza? No, Siri, I want pizza, not pizza. You want pizza? No, Siri, what's going on here? You want to, Siri, you're not making sense. Siri, are you having an attitude with me? You tell me. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Siri, just listen to me. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Siri, just, bitch. Dialing mom. What the hell? This is horrible. I had to buckle down and buy myself a real GPS to get me around, which has been working like a charm. If you don't have a GPS, you get yourself one. It's the best thing you'll ever do. Just don't make the mistake I made and buy it from Craigslist. I bought one off Craigslist, and the guy who sold it to me didn't tell me that it was a Spanish language GPS, which is not so good.
Is it in the settings?
I didn't understand anything she says. Look, I still get around because the arrows are in English, thank God. Otherwise, it was just horrible. And I hated it the first few days, and then I fell in love with her. She's just, you know, I don't understand why more Americans don't speak Spanish. It's such a sexy language.
Yes.
I'm sitting there and like all the men in here, you want to feel like a man. You get yourself a Spanish GPS. Oh no, you don't understand. Traffic never sounded sexier. It's just like, I just punch in random destinations and she guides me around. She's like, dum dum. Seguido por que para conocí. En 200 metros sería la de la chao. And I'm just like, oh shucks, Tom Tom. I say that all the time. She's sexy, you know? She guides me around. It's beautiful. I love that. I'm going to learn Spanish because of that. Spanish has gone up my list. I had a few languages in Spanish. Spanish was like 6th language. I spoke 4 languages in South Africa. And then the 5th language was going to be Japanese. And then Spanish was, but now Spanish has gone up. Japanese I've had to pause because of the earthquake. There's not that many of them traveling now. So there's no one now. There's like walk around the streets, just, you know. But Spanish has gone up. Because I was getting good at Japanese, don't get me wrong. I was getting really good. You know, I could say, and it's a great language. It's powerful. Because you speak Japanese from your chest, it makes you feel strong. Hey there. Very strong. Whereas English you speak from the head and the chest. You know, do you know what I mean? You speak it head and chest. You wouldn't know this. You wouldn't know this if you listen to many coastal girls in America. Like I've been in places like California where women insist on speaking English from their nose, which is not the correct. Yeah, like, oh my God, you guys know and I was like there with Tiffany and we were talking, and that's not the right way. You're not using your lungs. I know this because when I choked her, she sounded exactly the same. Because then she's like, oh my God, you're like totally choking me right now, and I can't breathe, and this is so not on. I am so gonna tweet about this. This is like the worst thing ever. Oh, I am so dying. OMG. You know, it's horrible. Whereas Japanese is strong. Japanese, you speak from the chest, you know. A lot of the Americans are learning Chinese, I've seen. You know, Chinese, I see people say, you gotta learn Chinese. They're taking over. Chinese. Ni hao ma. Shi ni. Chinese. It's too late. It's too late to learn Chinese. It's over. No, it's true. It's true. Because it's also one of the hardest languages in the world. I mean, how do you learn Chinese now? Just, you know, they've got over 10,000 characters in the alphabet. You know this?
Whoa!
10,000 characters.
Wow.
We've got 26 in English. And there's still people going, what comes after Q? 26. You know? 10,000 they've got. That's super smart. Although they must have the worst Sesame Street in the world. It must suck being a Muppet in that country. I can just see them on a Monday morning singing to the kids. 5 years later, it's just horrible. Horrible. Japanese is easier. 3,000 characters in a stronger language. Hey there. I mean, everything in Japanese is strong. Even the greeting. Konnichiwa. Power. Thank you. Domo. Arigato. Power. Yes, that's a great language. You can say other things as well, like Kujire Gambare, which means good luck, dolphin. Granted, not very usable in everyday language. But, it works, I guess, you know, it works. I could also say other things like, huh, niwa, 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 torigaita, which means, look, the chickens are running around.
Learn from over here.
You laugh, but I've used this successfully on many occasions. By many occasions, I mean once. I was in an airport, standing at the baggage carousel, and this Japanese guy came and he stood next to me. And we're standing there, and I look at him, and I've been waiting for years to speak Japanese. I was super excited. I was like, what? This guy's Japanese. And he's like, I can hear you. I said, oh, sorry, I thought I was thinking. Are you Japanese? He's like, yes, I am a Japanese. I was like, oh, konnichiwa. He's like, oh, konnichiwa. Pleasure to meet you. I said, oh, domo, arigato. I said, oh, arigato, mashitainamase. You speak very good Japanese. I was like, oh yeah. So I looked over and I went, Kujire gambare. I'm not a dolphin. But thank you for the good luck. I was like, I can't believe this works. I looked over, I was like, oh, niwa, 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 torigaita. He was like, I don't see the chicken anywhere. You speak a very strange Japanese. Where did you learn? I said, I learned in all different places, all over my life. Why do you speak English with a Japanese accent now? I don't know. I get carried away.
Sounds like Groot.
You're freaking me out. I'm freaking out too. You guys have been so much fun, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming to the show. Good night.
Hey, that's good impersonation too, right?
Dude, so good.
Yeah, I have like tears in my eyes from laughing.
My mouth hurts.
Yeah, you smile. Oh, Japanese.
Japanese. It's
What do
really
you
good.
think?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I want more Noah.
Ooh, say it from your chest. Yeah, Chinese does
You
have
know
a...
what is so funny is people think I'm from California when they look at me. Then they come and talk to me and I'm like, what? And they're like,
What?
oh.
No.
And they're like,
California.
so racist.
Yeah, but the Chinese alphabet though, there's a lot of characters.
I did not know
Each
that.
each character represents like a word or something like that, or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's
different. Yeah.
very interesting. I would have never known.
So it does take a long time to learn.
How
Yeah.
do they type on the? Do they text? How do they text?
We gotta look it up. If we have any viewers that know, just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Cool.
Yeah, I mean it's been fun, right?
Yes.
It's been very fun.
I'm glad I've introduced the both of you to Trevor Noah.
Yay. Yeah, I didn't really kind of know he was a comedian. I just knew him like I see him like as the show host.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got jokes.
Yeah.
I saw him and didn't recognize
Yeah.
him. He was there.
So there are other bits of his. I think between the scenes, it's between like filming of the show, The Daily Show, he like talks to the audience.
More.
Yeah. So we will get to some more Trevor Noahs. Yeah. If you do like our reaction, please like, comment, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Ta-ta for now. Bye.
Chee-hoo. So today, before we get started, we would like to thank those of you thank those right now that are in our premiere. So this goes out to you guys. We are very thankful to be able to be chatting with everybody.
Yes.
And then now.
Yeah, you know, we really like chatting with you guys. It's really fun for us. We like to get your feedback and have fun and real-time conversation with you too, not just comments.
Correct. Ditto. And now on to the video.
Awkward silence.
Awkward silence. Okay, we gotta rehearse that. We're gonna do it over. But
We're gonna do it over.
I'm gonna keep
I
this.
liked it.
I'm gonna keep this file too. I'm gonna use this as well. But I just want
You
to.
mix them?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.